Okay, my name is Stevie Higgins, and I am presenting my new business, Olive and Quill Marketing. Oh my God. Okay. So first off, before we get into exactly what it is, I'd like to start with how you guys can help, what I need from you, so you guys can just be kind of thinking of that while I'm going through the presentation. I will come back to a slide like this, so I'm not going to read through this one yet, but just be thinking of ways that, you know, that's what we're here for, is to help each other. So what I would love to do with this marketing is to help small businesses that are really artistic and artisanal, and I want to help them stand out. You know, I spent all last summer in Prague learning marketing because it is something that I'm actually really passionate about. I really enjoy, you know, like attention-grabbing uniqueness from businesses. And even if it's something like, you know, a lawn mowing service, I still want to make you stand out next to all the other lawn mowing services in there, especially for people who, you know, like want attention-grabbing marketing and beautiful things that they can see and they're like, oh, this is what I want. So, you know, whether you're a painter or you're a construction site, I still want to be able to help you find that branding for yourself that's going to get you noticed. So, my name is Anastasia Higgins. You can call me Stevie. So I did study marketing in Prague, and my mother has come up with the longest job title in history. So I do personal and corporate branding, marketing strategy, and these are some of the things that I use, you know, Canva, websites, WordPress, Squarespace, all that stuff. I also do have a history in 3D design and animation, and you know, I've worked with Amazon ads, Facebook, LinkedIn, all of that sort of stuff. And this is my writing partner and my freeloading roommate. And she is also the namesake of Olive and Quill. So, yes, my kitty cat. Here's my website QR code. Just, I don't know, it's in a slide. You guys don't have to take a picture of it. But I also did leave my business cards on the thing. So, if you wanted to go from there. So here's another contact slide for me. So this is going to be actually one of my other projects in the future. I figured I might as well show some of my other type of branding. So Still Root Office Jungle Club is going to be a plant-based office subscription service where I go in and I bring you the plants to your office and I take care of them for you. I will also be doing things like workshops and just general teaching, but I'm really passionate about plants, in case you couldn't tell by all of the plant slides in the show. But so yeah, I figured this might also be a good one to include, as well as this next one, which is a sci-fi book that I am writing.
Oh,
so
right.
So yeah, I'm very passionate about this specific one, but you know. So yeah, that is my presentation. I know it was very short. I didn't really want to get too long into it, but yeah, I am very excited about this.
That's great. So why don't you tell us how you got to this idea, like your story? Like, what's the story behind this?
Well, I'm an artist myself, and you know, I've been studying marketing for a few years, and a lot of it, you know, I had a teacher in Prague, and he told me most advertising is terrible because people don't know how. So my personal interest is actually best practices. I'm like, so marketing is two things. It's a puzzle and it's creativity. And there are rules to that creativity. If you follow them, you get the results that you want. And so I learned those rules and I got really passionate about it because not only can I be creative, but I can also be, you know, fundamental and accurate, and there's strategy to it. So I've been going to a lot of the fairs around here and taking a look, and I'm like, I could absolutely help some of these smaller businesses. You know, if you're a grandma and you're running a knitting stand, you don't want to have to worry about Facebook. You know, that's what I would like to do. Kind of cross that bridge for people, because I am an artist and I have been in the I Hate Social Media Club before. And I feel like that's a very common theme for a lot of people. Even if you're not an artistic person, social media, website building, figuring out your brand, all of that is really difficult. So I figured that is a niche that I probably fit really well in. So, great. Yeah.
So offerings, what are the offerings and who is your target audience?
So my target audience is small to medium businesses, and my offerings at the moment would be like developing branding and marketing strategies, like helping you figure out who your demographics are, what your USP is.
Can you show your website?
Huh?
Can you show your website?
I
Yeah, you had a QR code up there.
Oh, wait, you want me to go back to it?
There.
Yeah. I mean, can you show the pic? Because it has your services on it, right?
Yeah, the services page is not quite finished yet.
It's
but
cute though.
The website is live. I'm still working on it. The first page is fine. The second one's not. So yeah, it would be. So I would be doing branding, website design, social media management, and marketing strategy. Those are my 4 big things. Obviously, there's others. You know, if you needed others, you can certainly figure that out. But yes.
I'm just curious what led you to Prague and how you feel like that has influenced what you're doing now. How's it played into it?
Oh my goodness. I had the most wonderful teacher there. He was amazing, and he absolutely ignited a fire in me for this sort of thing. He was just so knowledgeable, and a lot of marketing is actually, it's more psychology than you would think. So he taught me the psychology part of it, and it was really interesting the way that he taught it. And I've always wanted to travel for school, so it was definitely a dream vacation type of thing. I was there for almost 2 months, and just loved it. So yeah, I just came home and I decided to start something for myself.
Very cool.
Great.
I'm curious, you mentioned the plants, bringing plants into people's offices?
Offices, lobbies, whatever.
Okay, so you bring them and then you maintain them, and you mentioned providing some sort of service while you're there. Like, do you do?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So it would be a subscription-based service. So I could, I would have pre-built planters, and also just like solo plants in themselves. I like I said, I'm a very passionate plant person, so I don't really need a whole big planter, but I know that's not true for everyone. So yeah, I mean, I would also be doing custom ones if that was what someone needed. Seasonal decorations as well. I would be taking care of like the grow light situation if that's what's needed. And it would just be a subscription-based service based on how many plants you have, the kinds of plants you have, how big they are, where you needed them, all of that sort of stuff.
I have a question regarding that too. So I think it's great. You know, like doctors' offices, they'll have an aquarium in it. Do you think the doctors are maintaining the aquarium?
No, there's
Yeah.
No, somebody's providing that
Yeah.
service. But what I was wondering is why does it benefit a business to have, and I know that there's a good reason, but I just want to hear it from you. I want everybody else to hear from you.
Oh,
What's
sure.
the benefit of having the plants in a workspace or a business?
Well, it comes back to, the psychological benefits of being in nature. If you're sitting in a place, it's just a box for 8 hours, but you have plants in there, your dopamine levels do rise. And the air quality does increase based on the specific kinds of plants that you get. There are like air purifying plants that you can get. Me personally, I'm not a flower person, but I prefer things like monsteras and the kinds of plants that you have on this left side over here, just the green ones, ivy, that sort of thing. But it really does. It comes back to lizard brain and just being out in nature. It just kind of gives you that clean feeling. Do you have a question?
I just wondered if you were familiar with Huberman Lab podcast. He just had someone on there talking about how being in nature influences your focus and your energy levels. That was on Huberman Lab podcast about a month ago.
I have not heard of that, but I'll get back with you at the end, and I will
It's an
ask you
amazing
what it
podcast.
is.
He's a neurologist.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so I think it's has great application to what you're talking about.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
awesome.
Anything else?
You could take some of the whatever you learned from that and put that into your into your marketing.
Yeah.
A couple of powerful bullet points, and
I
this is
listen
why
to
you need
him
plants in your
sometimes
office.
too.
And your office is boring.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I like I said, I haven't quite started on the marketing for that. That one slide, the logo, and like, I was working on a flyer, but I'm getting this started first, and then we'll be working on that, because the overhead on that is a lot.
I'm sure, yeah.
So do you help people put together like Facebook pages, LinkedIn pages, like get them up on social media?
Oh, absolutely,
And
yeah.
get started, because we have, people who have businesses, but they don't really have all that. and
Absolutely.
they Need to have that.
Yeah, I do have a package where it's like a branding and social media package.
Go to your services page.
It's not right.
No,
not
no,
really,
no, on the presentation, you had a list of
Oh, go ahead.
that, or that one.
This one here. Yeah, so this is a little bit more of an explanation of exactly what it is that I do. So I do professional consultation to understand your business and create a goal-achieving brand and marketing strategy. And then I also do websites, but the social media, I do design, manage, and automate your social media accounts. So, if you don't even know what channels to use for your marketing, I research those, and I can tell by your demographics what you're going to need to reach your market. And so I'm like, you don't seem like a LinkedIn kind of business. Obviously have that up to date, but what you want to focus on is TikTok and Facebook. And let's do that. Let's research how other people in your industry are doing that, and let's work on that, but also make you more noticeable. How do we make you more noticeable? How do we stand out? If you're selling tiny elephants to people who want to buy them, that's cool. Let's do that. But are there other elephant sellers? How do we get you to stand out? Do we put tiny hats on them? Let's do that. So yeah.
Tiny hats are powerful.
Tiny hats on tiny elephants would be an amazing business.
So do you do free consultations, like when you talk to somebody in town, like how you can help them?
Yeah, I would definitely be starting with free consultations, and I'm new enough that I would be providing like a couple of free services just to kind of to get a business relationship going, and then everything else after that would be paid, but it would also be negotiable.
Right. Oh, that sounds great. Anyone else? Any other questions?
I just had one point. I think that one thing that stood out to me was the lawn mowing example. So many businesses like that who seem kind of generic to someone who's, and I think the idea of combining some art with their logo or with their, their social media ads could be really impactful. If all of a sudden the lawnmower had a face on it or something.
Tiny hat.
Well, so the biggest thing is, who is your target audience? And that is the marketing strategy point.
Yes.
Once you understand your buyer persona, you can then backtrack and say, how does, Liam Neeson buy lawn mowing services? Where does he go? Where does he look at advertisements? And what is he going to pay attention to? What does he want to see in his advertisements? And that's how you get, that's the strategy part. And that is also what I really enjoy.
Liam Neeson uses a very special set of skills.
Yes.
Any other question? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
On the social media, do you promote like events that the company is having and stuff like that?
Yeah, so events are actually one of the best ways to market something. You take videos and pictures, you promote the event, but it's half for the event and half for promoting you after the event as well.
Great
It's a
perspective.
fantastic way to market yourself on social media. So yes, I absolutely would promote events.
Thank you very much.